Hello and welcome to InArt Media.
The director screams action. Images from the script singed forever in celluloid and digital video, blending the sounds of New York City. Alphabet City, a poet's journey creating karma. Director Jill Wisoff speaks to us from Washington Square Park.
Okay, we mark the edge close. I don't want to get caught. I am Jill Wisoff. I'm a director, producer, screenwriter, composer, and outside of that, I like to cook. Creating Karma, which is a narrative feature comedy. It's about an upwardly mobile woman who works as an assistant fashion editor at a magazine, and she loses her job. As a result of this, Karma finds herself and she becomes a poet. I just had a big fight with this guy in New Delhi because he looked at some clips from my film and he saw that I have a character that's in a turban. This whole film is a joke where every single person is not who they appear to be, okay? So it's all meant to be funny, it's not meant... Okay, it's meant to make fun of everybody. Whatever. I saw the worst review I'd ever seen in my life for this film, and it was in the New York Times. They said it was the most over-the-top, horrible film, and the actor was terrible. And so I ran down and I saw this film. I said, what could be that terrible? And it turned out to be Jim Carrey in his first movie, Pet Detective. And I'll tell you, he was pretty horrible, and the movie was pretty horrible, but he became a star. Friends of mine who are really good at this, you know, they show up at a film festival or whatever, and they send hookers over to the hotel room where the distributor's hanging out. Now, I've heard this works, but as a woman, you know, I don't have that little men's club thing, you know, to check it out. I just wouldn't do it. I mean, I personally think prostitution shouldn't be encouraged. Is this coming across as funny? For this particular film, I set the concept. I had multiple meetings of our crew to look at films for color and costumes. You know, we looked at Woodstock. We looked at Hitchcock films. So we had a very set togetherness as far as what I was looking for. But then people brought me their ideas, and if they were great, I tried to work with what they brought me. No, there's no such thing as compromising as a director, I'm sorry. Because otherwise, you don't have the time on a set to be arguing with someone that, you know, it's the wrong dress. I actually had to learn that in the theater. When I was a young actor, I'd argue with directors about things, which I had that beaten out of me. I was at the O'Neill Center, actually, with an organization called National Theater Institute, and they really drummed into you. It was really to learn how to work with a director. And Karen Lynn Gorney, who happened to be the co-star of Saturday Night Fever, she was the dancer, plays her younger self and then her older self. Lead actors Rahad Coulter Stevenson. He always has his little sidekick, Kaka, the puppet. We lived in CBGB's, God rest Hilly Crystal Soul, who just passed away. He gave us all a place to hang out, to be artists. Of course, the city has gentrified, and people can't afford to live here anymore, especially people who want to be musicians or actors or are coming here. I mean, I don't know how they do it. A friend of mine, Dee Dee Bechet, she was at graduate school at NYU. And she told me about this guy who was a teaching assistant, and she thought he was brilliant. And then what happened was I was directing off-Broadway at the American Theater for Actors, and Todd showed up with a little script that he said, Jill, would you consider directing this as a theater piece? And I read it, and it was called Middle Child, and knowing Todd's specific talent, I said, Todd, this is going to be your great film. I said it shouldn't be done in the theater, make this a movie. And it was Welcome to the Dollhouse. Let's not forget Sylvester Stallone in The Italian Stallion, which is being re-released by my friend Greg Tanaka through Cinema Epoch. He's also a great director. I got to work with him. I don't know. I think we sort of covered everything.
Thank you for watching In Art Media.